We are still following one of our top stories, the scarcity of aviation fuel here in Nigeria. And we have Arise correspondent Mary Chinda, who joins us from the Nnamadi Azikiwe Airport in Abuja. Mary, tell us, what's the situation of things where you are now?
Well, I mean, it looks like every normal day here. There is no chaos, as rumors or news made around in the morning that there was some kind of chaos here. We have air travelers, ensuring that they get to clear so that they can get to board. There is no chaos at the moment. Travelers are embarking on their journeys. Most of the airlines that are built or scheduled to, move from convey passengers from one place to the other are actually conveying passengers. There's been no flight delays or flight cancellation at this domestic wing of the Nnamadi Azikiwe Airport.
We heard reports that the airlines actually brought out, that some of the airlines actually released statements saying that there will be flight cancellation, there might be delays due to the fact that they're having difficulty getting aviation fuel. How true is this report?
Okay, well, I mean, officials of FAN and officials of some of the airlines who have spoken to us here, actually, especially those behind the counter, have given us information that so far there has not been any kind of cancellation of flights or flight delays today. Now, as at the morning, the flights that were supposed to leave as at the morning were not delayed. They actually left. This afternoon, the situation is still the same. The airline is not even as congested as it was when we came in the morning, because then we had, the room crammed with passengers that were boarding to leave. So far, from morning till now, I mean, so far since we've been here, we've not had any kind of chaos or any kind of complaints concerning flight cancellation so far today.
All right, Mary, and what is the temperature there? I mean, obviously it's not like, it seems like people are upset. Can you give us a description of how the passengers might be feeling and whether or not tensions have calmed?
Could you take your question again?
What is the temperature like there? What are the passengers feeling? Is it high tension, or are they being a bit understanding, seeing as how the aviation fuel is a problem? Or is it quite tense?
It's not very tense. I mean, I spoke with a few passengers on the show in the morning, and most of the passengers are understanding of the fact that we have a crisis with the aviation fuel. We have an issue with it. They already know that the prices have gone up by about 65%. But I mean, surprisingly, Nigerians have turned up and are turning up and are likely to still turn up en masse at the airports, especially when you remember that the roads are not very safe, so it's not tense. I wouldn't say it's tense at all. We just have air travelers who just come, queue, get their tickets, sorted, just behind the counter, and then, board and then travel, I mean, from one place to the other. It's not tense at all. Yesterday, yes, it was, because, of all of the issues that we had with aviation fuel, and all of that, the flight delays and all of that. But today, it seems normal. In fact, one of the officials told me that it seemed to be an availability of aviation fuel today, unlike the situation that we had yesterday.
Okay,
so
Mary,
you walk into this airport, it looks like every other normal day.
Mary, thank you for that. But just before we let you go, any timeline on when this aviation fuel scarcity might be over?
No, I do not have information about that at the moment. But what we know is that as of today, the aviation fuel seems to be a little more available than it was yesterday.
Arise correspondent Mary Chinda, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.